Welcome to this analysis of squad gameplay with the clan SMIL. And this game that's going to be analyzed was on March the 23rd. And the game before we had been beaten soundly. SMIL was at that time fulfilling a role as recon slash FOB hunters, and we did not have access to a Logitruck. And that game we lost completely because we did not have enough well-placed FOBs, so we were basically slaughtered. We were intending to address this issue, so we decided within SMIL that we would volunteer for backcapping and FOB building, maybe even mortar duty. So initially, before you see here that we were intending to go down here to Echo 6 and backcap. And as this is a random assault map, we did not know where the next map was. We were actually quite correctly guessing that the next one would go up somewhere around Golf 5. So we had parked our truck in the direction to go there as a second step. You can see that our teammates have decided to go down into India 6 and into Foxtrot 8 to build FOBs. Down here below in Juliet 9-10 there was the enemy main. So we were expecting a push up along this road, and as always on this map, this settlement here in the Foxtrot 8 Golf 8 area, it's always hot, so we knew that this place is gonna be hot, and also it's quite normal that there's a recon element pushing up along this side to try to mine the roads and such, and keep an eye on all the stuff we do. So that was the initial plan.
Dude, everybody's so stoic. I've never heard this like fucking staging area. So that's what I'm talking about.
You just had to open Pandora's box, didn't you?
Life is about opening doors that you do not walk through.
Good point.
Yeah.
Roger
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna build fab over here.
Vänd om, vi hoppar ut.
Dra, kör!
Gasar.
Bara bort
Ja, radio
därifrån,
down.
bort därifrån.
Are you building the fob or do you want me to build it?
Jag bara säger det.
This is squad 3, we're bugging out,
Build,
passengers
build,
killed.
build.
I need a backup driver that's not bleeding. Ready to swap.
Okej,
Bara
kör
kör.
dit, bara kör.
Ja, jag gasar. Men om jag dör så är det bra om någon är redo.
Ja då. Ja men du. Jag lever ju. Stanna bilen nu. Jag persar mig själv.
The initial game plan, however, was not approved when the new commander arrived, and he decided that squad number 1 would go to the intended objective and build an FOB there to be able to put pressure on troops coming out of insurgent main. However, he wanted a heavy assault on this area in Foxtrot and Golf, where we knew that it was going to be contested. So he sent all the other logic trucks straight into the fray, hopefully to beat the insurgents to this location. That did not pan out exactly as we had hoped.
Då gör vi så, vi spanar där.
Wow, ho, de gjorde en IED motorcykel.
Men om du kommer till engineer kan ju du repaira någonting.
Ja, jag kan ju reparera allt.
Spread out, boys.
Alright, the initial contact did not go well at all for us. We were hit from the south, and I was killed along with a Smurf behind us in the initial, and the driver and my lieutenant, they just drove off into the forest to try to save the logic truck. At the same time as we were being hit from the south, there was
mind
also
if we do a
movement
larger run?
and some fire coming in from the southeast. We did not know it at the time, but the recon element, there really was one, and soon afterwards the team here started taking hits
Can we
from
do
the
a larger run?
southeast as well.
Need more fobs.
Squad 1 in the meantime, they were heading towards their FOB. They
Alright.
wisely put up a rally point over here. Because just a few moments after this one, they continued on and they ran into an armored vehicle here. If they had just continued on with the truck into the location, the objective immediately, they would have been completely destroyed. Instead, they managed to put up the hab here instead of going down there. So it was a wise move. They must have gotten some indication that something was not right here. But this also meant that they were under pressure from the get-go. This one, up the Parun, up in Echo 6, was almost captured at the time of this screenshot, and the next one would actually materialize over here in Hotel 5. So the hab placement was really good, but the recon element that was coming up here was already putting pressure on it. One other thing to note was that we realized that all the Smurfs were in a single little basket over here in the villages, and they were taking fire from 2 sides and shortly 3 sides.
We're good to go, sir. We're good to go. Thank you.
That meant that we decided to push up the logic back up to Parun, and then try to build a supporting FOB somewhere here,
Watch out for mines.
wherever the opportunity would materialize.
Sorry.
Thank you, good sir.
Enemy vehicle, enemy vehicle. 240, 240. Ow! Han sköt ju på mig.
Sväng med vänster, Alex. De måste ha någonting här uppe i skogen.
Kontakt i skogen. Springer från vänster till höger.
Jag ser. Du fick en.
Det där fick någon annan för jag sköt på det på ett träd.
Upon retreating, our logic truck was detonated by an IED up around Foxtrot 6 on the marker there for the EODs. Our team was in a really bad spot at this moment. We had captured 2 flags. The next flag was already being capped by enemy elements, and the FOB over here in Hotel 6 was not built on the intended site and had been under pressure for a very long time. It was also hit by vehicle-borne IEDs, in particular motorcycles. The tank group managed to come up here and knock out the APC. I hope it didn't do the first one, because that was have small tanklings running around, and that would just be terrible. So anyway, but Squad 1 decided to stay behind and defend the FOB. They took a position along this ridge here to defend. They were being pushed from the southeast. There was a recon element, hostile recon element up here that are mining these 2 roads where mine. Squad 5 went down that direction to investigate if they could see the recon element and also come in and support our little Smurf pool over here in the middle. We spawned here and got a ride by the APC, and we were being dropped off at this point in Hotel 8. We pushed directly south and then over to the east. The reason for doing so is quite simple. If you look at the map now, we have a prime example of the Valley of Smurf Blood. We have to go through the enemy down to the middle. We are over concentrated in the middle here, and we are thin up here. We have no eyes, no intelligence over here on the northwest, and we have no one pushing in a flank maneuver on the attacking elements here in Gulf 8. So the intention of Squad 5 was to get a little bit more flank, a little bit more width to our line, and we did the same thing on the other side. We were also going to try to hunt for the FOB for the attacking force over here and relieve pressure from the main blob of Smurfs here so they could actually break the enemy line and go on the objective. That was the game plan at this point. Fick vi ner själva hubben?
Japp, hubben är nere.
Ja men bra, då går vi på flagg då. Där borde vi dö. We never really recovered. We were over-concentrated in the south and we were spread too thinly in the north, and the enemies had intelligence on basically everything we had done. The recon groups in the rear did a very good job at feeding information on what we were doing, and they were really aggressive. The map you're looking at now is towards the end of the game. Not really much interesting happening strategically anyway. For a brief moment we had neutralized Khalil over here. Squad 1 and we were holding that for a little while. Then the pressure mounted on Shaxton, so our squad was ordered downwards. At the time of this map situation here, we had avoided an enemy armored vehicle which had passed us, and someone had observed a logi marker, so we were tasked with knocking them out first and then going up and supporting the other squads up here in Manial. This was not good at all. Squad 5 was ordered down to assist us here, but they have no transportation really that they're utilizing, and this was also an order that was not really relevant. They should have been ordered to go here, which they later did also. They decided on their own that let's go to Manial. We did lose Manial. We were just too far off and too few. And if you look at all this redness, we can start with Insurgent Main. They were constantly putting up troops in mainly these three directions. There was good pressure on Shaxton. There was also an element that was out here harassing them from the west. Also there was a group that were coming in from the northwest, which we were hoping to get a glimpse of and engage. So they never stood a chance down here. They are now in a defensive line, but they have no flank protection. Earlier on, when we were in Golf and Foxtrot 8, we were over-concentrated, and now you see that we are spread thin with no rear or near rear protection. Our flank towards the main also have no protection, so they're gonna be hammered here really bad. We also have strong elements in the rear. So and these elements are in between our defensive flag and our forward flag. Now this could work if 5, we and the others managed to get to Manial on time, which we did not. And then they were stuck on the wrong side of the map. We did, I believe we did manage to get back Manial, but it was too high of a cost.
Oh, det var ändå så pass nära.